What's good, YouTube? This is the KRKPodcast. Weez and Keek speak. I'm Weez.
Keek, you already know what it is. We back at it again. Spring breaking this thing.
Yes, sir.
What we got for him today, Weeks?
Man, today, in lieu of the WrestleMania about less than a week away, we just want to talk about what your favorite era of wrestling was. What you think the best era was, comparing, because WCW to WWF at the
I'm
time.
not even gonna put WCW in there.
Man, you
I'm gonna
gotta
be
have some
honest with you.
WCW, man. You gotta. There's some good wrestlers in WCW. WWF is always gonna win. They won out, of course, but yeah. So, what was your favorite era of wrestling?
My favorite era for sure was probably the Attitude Era. Yeah, Stone Cold,
Yep.
The Rock and all them. Mankind, when niggas would get hit with tables and chairs, put through tables, put through tables, hit with chairs. You can see blood. You even have inappropriate matches that they weren't supposed to have on TV. But
Man,
that was my favorite era.
Vince McMahon was a freaky ass nigga.
Vince McMahon was a freaky
I
fraud
will say that Vince McMahon did some shit.
on his Quentin Tarantino when he wrote with Selma Hayek to put the toes in his mouth type shit.
That's a fact. And yeah, I mean, he had remember all the like Edge and Lita having sex in the ring,
Bro, they used to have little bra and panties matches.
brawn panties matches. Fuck, I
Like
forgot
you
about
lose
that.
if you get your clothes taken off.
Mm-hmm.
You lose if you get your clothes taken off. Like,
Vince McMahon writing himself in to receive the stink face.
oh my god.
Like he
And not from
voluntarily took.
Rikishi.
Yeah, he voluntarily took that.
And
Like
it wasn't from Rikishi. That was the wild. That was the wildest
yeah,
part.
like he. I just.
That nigga had a fetish for the asses. He used to have to kiss my ass back.
Yeah.
Nigga used to have to kiss. It's like, what the fuck? What the? I feel like if I'd have read that in my script for the night, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Go ahead and cancel my match.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't kissing
injured,
your ass.
undisclosed
Fuck up,
injury.
right?
But
What's the reason? Got me fucked up. That's the reason. I'm not.
like, come on, man.
I'm
Like
not
some of this
doing
shit is
that.
just outlandish. But I think I would probably choose the Attitude Era as well. I mean, that was like the it's what sprung wrestling into what it is now. You know how it can even live now, even though it's not as good now.
Yeah, still thriving off of that.
Exactly. I think it's still eating off of because it was ahead of its time. You know, and there's people who helped lead that charge. You know, like Mankind, like
Undertaker,
Undertaker,
Triple H, who's
Triple
still there.
H. Yeah,
The Rock,
yeah.
who's still there. John
That's,
Cena, who's still there.
yeah, John Cena is
He's about
he's
to fight at WrestleMania.
yeah, that's what I said. He's fought so long, he's a heel now, and he has a bald spot.
That's crazy.
I just that's how long John Cena's been putting in work there too. Now he's the 20+ year
I mean,
vet
that
or
was supposed to
whatever.
be like one of the craziest heel turns in WWE F whatever history. I feel
Yeah,
like one of my favorite heel turns is with Shawn Michaels' Sweet Shit Music, Hulk Hogan.
most
Where
definitely.
everybody was cheering, boy, you turn around
Yeah.
and slap his shit. Like, thank you.
As I said, Shawn Michaels is he's one of those wrestlers that I wish could never get old, like Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker, because Shawn Michaels was always doing something that was like crazy, um, shocking.
Yeah, the charisma for sure.
Most definitely
Yeah,
had it
he had
lit.
all the star power.
Yep,
They used to put over motherfuckers. They used to put Shawn Michaels over motherfuckers like crazy.
all the
It's like
time.
Mr. Bear got his face spit in by Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it was crazy. What's your least favorite? What's your least favorite time of wrestling?
Uh, to be honest, I'm gonna sound like an old head, but I'm gonna say now. This shit now, because I tune in now, watch a little bit here and
I
there,
watch
and
about 5 minutes.
exactly.
I got about 5 minutes and like, all right.
It's because now it's like it's a bunch of mid carders trying to carry you know, trying to carry it, and then you have people like Logan Paul.
Yeah.
It's cool. He's a high flyer and stuff like that.
I
It's
mean,
cool
he
to
did have
watch,
Mike
but
Tyson back in the day fighting.
for sure. But
That was different.
they threw those superstars, like those are actual superstars amongst the WWE superstars.
Technically, Logan Paul is a superstar in his own regard. But
Yeah, but as a wrestler, it's different. See, you had star wrestlers with super. It would be different if Logan Paul came in and made a
wasn't Karl Malone a wrestler?
bro. That was sad.
Was that
That was
WWA?
WCW.
Exactly. See,
That was a
you
sad.
didn't ask me, but I'm gonna say it. And hey, you got nothing to do with it. Well, since it's a part of WWE now, WCW was probably the worst wrestling ever.
No,
Ever. They had so many.
WCW was lit until
No.
you had fucking Vince Russo went fucking
What
crazy.
part of WCW was lit?
WCW was
The intros.
they
The
did
intros. That was it.
they did have clean intros.
They put a nigga over on motherfuckers that only had 3 moves for years. He was undefeated with 3 moves.
Man, you better stop talking about Goldberg, man. Goldberg is my favorite, second favorite WCW wrestler.
And seeing that's the problem when Goldberg with 3 moves your favorite wrestler. They fooled motherfuckers for years. He came over there. He started wrestling for real, was getting exposed. Like, this nigga had 3 moves.
I mean,
and he was undefeated.
He was like 100 and something. Every week it would jump up more 20. It would jump up like 20 wins every week.
Bro. And we'd never see Goldberg wrestle. He'd come out for 15. Goldberg 15 seconds.
Goldberg still had one of the hardest entrances where the security come knock on the door. He opens it, comes up. That was hard.
All right, time to hit those 3 moves. He come out doing this shit. He come out like he really was.
Sting too. Sting was my favorite WCW wrestler. He had about 6, but Sting was tight though.
That's why WCW they was full of motherfuckers. They had niggas out there with 3 to 4 moves.
Sting was hard. Booker T was hard.
I know this because I used to have that WCW game, and I was motherfuckers couldn't do more than 3 moves, and that was why.
You know,
when you fight them, like, bro, all you got is the clothesline, the spear, and the fucking jackhammer. Like that's y'all superstar. They thought they was gonna get money. They thought they was for the WWF success with the WWF. The wrestlers from there, and it just was bad. They went over there and did hella coke and whatever the fuck they wanted, and it just did not go right.
I just didn't like how Vince Russo started trying doing all the outlandish shit, like 100 motherfuckers joined NWO. Him making all these gimmicks.
It's crazy because they had a chance. I know we were talking about WWF, but again, WCW is now a part of it. They had a chance to be tight. They had so many matches, that's where the original Elimination Chamber shit before the WWF started there. They had the 2 cage matches, the 2 rings. That shit was dope. But then you watch the matches, like, what the fuck is this?
And I will say,
bullshit.
WCW had the best cruiserweights.
So it wasn't cruiserweights was tight.
WCW's cruiserweights they put over niggas with 3 moves. They was all hard back then. Like it was hella cruiserweights in that division.
They had some good cruiserweights. WWF was better, but they had some good cruiserweights. They had some. The cruiserweight matches were worth watching. I enjoy watching those. But once it got past that, it's like
once NWO had more than like fucking 4 or 5 people, it was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right now. Why is there 100 motherfuckers in NWO?
Once you realize what you're watching every week, it's like, all right. And they were hell bent on just being better in WWF every week, and it just wasn't.
Yeah,
it actually just wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't.
But like I said, I don't put it so much on the wrestlers. It's more so
it's the people who put it together.
Yeah, it's more so the production and the writers. They was writing bullshit. It started getting to the point where, and then they didn't want to pay top talent, or they were paying top talent too much. Hulk Hogan was running the fucking.
Hulk Hogan was getting over.
He was running shit, and he didn't give a fuck about who it affected.
At all. He was like, I'm Hulk Hogan. I'm not losing niggas.
Facts.
And he was literally calling niggas.
Yeah.
I'm not losing niggas. Like, I don't care.
But yeah, I think that that late 90s for WCW, mid to late 90s.
For the 99 and the 2000s.
For the WWF, late 90s, early 2000s, Attitude Era.
WWF, you flip over there, you can see Stephanie McMahon catching people's elbows.
It was
like nobody was saying.
Yes.
Niggas, old grandmas was getting stone cold stunner.
Yep.
For no reason.
And I know people will say like, TNA and all those other ones had good hardcore, but I think the WWF hardcore was still the best.
The hardcore match.
The hardcore division. They was all broken up. They used to have a hardcore division. Man, you have
niggas was just dedicated
to hardcore. Exactly.
For 25 minutes of your pure entertainment.
You have people like Mankind, Big Boss Man, Hardcore Holly, Crash Holly.
Was to grab you by your leg and slam you on the back.
Alabama Slam.
Like,
yep.
Yeah, it was brutal. I wouldn't have signed up for that either.
That's what, man. But
like,
they
you
were.
have to be one of them Goldberg moves. Like, you're
Yep.
not about to Alabama. You're the clothes on. You're not about to Alabama slam me, Bucko.
Yep. Like, there's no way to take that soft. Like, that's pause. That's gonna hurt.
Pause.
Like, bro, you finna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impact immediately. They need to do that on the outside. Motherfuckers use them. Just like wood on the ground. Oh shit.
And the chair shots were like vicious. Like, damn.
I think I stopped watching WWF though when they stopped taking the chair shots out.
Yeah, when they started pausing the screen or cutting away. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yep.
Now how I know you hit the dude.
Exactly.
I'm not watching this no more.
Exactly.
Soft surge.
It started getting soft when they lost that fight to have the name WWF.
Well, they had to go to WWE. They lost to the World Wildlife Federation.
Yes. Yes. They lost to that, and that's when it was like
it started getting so
it started changing everything. It was like the WWE World Wrestling Entertainment.
That's what it became like.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, all right now, all right.
It's like balloon pop challenge, but with a
it was like, all right now.
It wasn't like motherfuckers would come out, you had to fight and be like motherfuckers used to get attacked before the match started. And then you gotta have a match. That don't happen no more.
It sucked that all the great ones got old and the ones that replaced them were not as great.
I mean, it's different, different generations now, I guess.
For sure, but
I guess our generations used to motherfuckers getting hit over the head with chairs and shit. That's what caught my attention to media.
Most definitely. People jumping off ladders, putting people through announce tables. Matches were like the surprise entrances and surprise comebacks. Like that, those don't hit as hard no more because
they got wheeled off of the ambulance.
Yeah.
And they come back out with the hospital shit.
Yeah. Remember when?
Oh my God!
Who was that? Booker T was chasing somebody through the store. He was
Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold was chasing him.
Somebody.
That shit was funny, man. That's
when he hit Vince McMahon over the head with that pee thing in the hospital. He went there with Vince McMahon had
Yep.
That's who really fucked up WWF. Honestly, Vince McMahon. Again, with the perviness and all that bullshit, getting sued and having to pay all that money.
Most definitely
took money away from the product. Took time away from the product. He had to the right shit. He was in court. So, and then when he started coming out with right shit, it was bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I like what Triple H is doing now. Trying to liven it up. He's had moments.
There's been some time like the John Cena shit that made me want to watch for a second, but I thought I was like, I have to watch everything else, and I ain't watched none of that.
Yeah.
I'm not to watch 2 hours of something I ain't watched in years, just for John Cena for 24 seconds. So like, I'm good. So
yeah, it's like, are they gonna give John Cena the belt again?
Probably.
Like, last hoorah is the heel.
That last ride.
That's crazy.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah, he's won that motherfucker. I don't know how many times. But yeah, man, what you guys think? What's your favorite era of wrestling? And what do you feel about wrestling now? Compared to, say, the Attitude Era.
All right, what's your favorite wrestler of all time? Rob Van Dam.
Solid.
Like Rob Van Dam.
Solid.
I know they didn't give him the love he deserved.
Solid. Rob Van Dam was a solid mid card slash upper.
He was a champ at one time.
He was. He's a legend. He is an ECW legend, and he's a former WWE champion. WWF. Yeah.
They gave him the championship after one day.
That's what I said. They fucked him. They fucked him over.
Yeah, they did. They let Goldberg get over. Yeah. All right, what y'all think?
My favorite wrestler is The Undertaker. But yeah, let us know what y'all think, man.
That's horrifying.